My name's Stormy.
My name is Isaac.
My name is Emma.
My name is Alexia.
I think in today's generation, we all have different problems with social media. Social media can be a great outlet for expressing yourself creatively, but it can also be very harmful because of bullying online, like cyberbullying, and also just comparing yourself to other people.
Then there's definitely negative moments where I'm not proud of, a body that somebody has or a talent that somebody has.
And there's always something that you can change about yourself or you may not like about yourself.
Social media has affected me by when I see people who are more talented than me, I kind of get a little sad.
I do think that school stress has definitely increased for high school students and even junior high students, just because of how academically rigorous it can be. There is so much pressure, and oftentimes people don't sleep as much or they don't take care of themselves as much, so that can have a toll on your emotional well-being.
And by the time I got home, it would be like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and I could barely get any sleep in order to do all those last-minute assignments that I didn't do earlier because I was so tired from everything I did throughout the day. I definitely think the stress of school affects my emotional health because it makes me think that there's always kids better than me.
Today, the standards have changed for just like going to college in general and what you can do to get into college, and everyone is so competitive.
I do feel like I have to live up to a certain standard because everyone that surrounds me gets better grades than me, and I feel is like better than me in certain ways.
I do feel like that because ever since I was little, I've been told that I was smart by my teachers and my family members, and my grades have reflected that. So I feel like I have to work really hard to make sure that that doesn't go to waste, if that makes sense.
Like, I don't accept a B or a C or a D or lower for an answer, but when it does happen, it kind of hurts a little bit.
My parents definitely put pressure on me academically, but I think I put more pressure on myself.
I don't feel obligated from my parents or from any of the people I know. They push me to do my best, but they don't force me to do something I don't want to do. So I think my obligations come from me and what I expect of myself.
I would say that I definitely doubt myself sometimes.
It's kind of like this inner voice that criticizes me, just being like, hey, why are you always this? Why are you always that?
I am definitely nervous to share my opinions in case they're wrong or in case I didn't interpret a passage correctly.
Sometimes I feel that I have to please other people instead of trying to please myself.
When you get older and older, you realize that there's so much on the table, and if you do take one wrong step, it really changes everything. A lot of kids think that there's nothing really that they could do.
Teenagers have a harder time understanding that they matter.
I think teens do because as we get older, we're getting into larger pools of people, being in high school with hundreds and hundreds of students, being involved on social media, seeing people, just going out into the world more, getting more relationships with people, and encountering people that may not like you, which is more likely as you get older.
If someone I knew was struggling with their inner bully, I would say to look in the mirror and tell yourself 10 good things that you like about yourself every day, because I think that can really pump up your attitude for the day.
I would tell somebody who's struggling with their inner bully that no matter what, they're the ones who can decide what's wrong and right and what overtakes them or what makes them a better person, what makes them more confident, and that they could choose to be who they want to be no matter who is there, whoever's watching them, because there's always friends and family that are willing to support them.
Being stressed out it sucks, but there are ways through it. They can all be remedied by just having a strong circle around you, good friends, good family, people who love you. It really makes it a lot easier.